We will uncover the science and the solutions behind clean, healthy rivers from expert guests to local champions. This is your source for inspiration, information, and action about this project. Flowing Clean is funded by Jeff SGP UNDP and ProCarry Plus, and this program is made possible by SRDF as our collaborating and funding partner. Join us on Flowing Clean because every drop counts and the river depends on you. Flowing Clean, restoring our rivers together. Keep the river clean. Good morning, Sufre. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to our new episode of Flowing Clean. I am your host, Sonia Kazabo, Nadia Kazabo, on the Flowing Clean project. And just a reminder that Flowing Clean is a program that brings you the news, the latest developments on the Flowing Clean project that is being run by Caribbean Student Environmental Alliance, Waterways, and is being funded by Jeff Small Grants Facility and the ProCarib Plus project. For our show this morning, I hope we can get some persons to call in. This morning, we will be trying to get more community interaction going on with our show. And for that reason, I do not have a guest this morning. We had three persons who were tentatively scheduled to be on here. One person is ill. I wish he is doing well. He has a doctor's appointment this morning, as well as another who is attending a workshop that I would love to be a part of. They're actually doing a project in Vieux-Fort, testing tap water sources as part of a community program, teaching community residents how to test their tap water source. So let's dive right into today's show. The updates since last week, what has happened? We have continued our community outreach and we have continued collecting signatures for the charter for the management of the Soufrière River system. And that charter, we should be up to about 1,500 signatures right now. And the charter is online, and I would like your support, your action in getting that charter out for us to bring the numbers back up. Remember, we are aiming for us to get up to 4,000 signatures from persons from Soufrière as well as the wider Soufrière in getting the signatures. So for now, we have the charter available at the Soufrière Foundation office, the Constituency Council, the Environmental Health Department, the Town Council, and it will be going to the schools next week. Next week, I will be making presentations at all of the different schools in our district from Etangs, Pont-Saint-Jacques, Soufrière, and Bouton to get the students there to sign the charter as well. And I am inviting any business that is willing to keep a copy of the charter at their front desk to contact me. My number is 519-2425, and I will take a copy of the charter and the signature sheets to you for signature at your place of work. And if anybody wants to take the charter out in their community, let me say a big thank you once more to the Pito Management Area Club, the PMA Club. They have been very instrumental in getting those 1,500 signatures. I also took the opportunity last week when the district representative was presenting disbursements to families for assistance for school, back to school preparations. I was able to get over 100 signatures at that activity. So thank you to the district rep for allowing me to utilize that time to collect some more signatures. So if anybody is interested in signing, the hard copies are out for signing, but it is also available online. And the website is on our Facebook page. It's on the social media pages of the Soufrière Regional Development Foundation, as well as on our website. Our website is www.mywaterways.org. You would click on the St. Lucia tab, the Caribbean tab, St. Lucia tab, and it will take you directly to the Flowing Clean project where you will see it. So the main line for the radio station is now working for 597-885. You can call in if you have any contributions to make. Again, the number is for 597-885. We also have some other activities that are coming on stream, and this is where I want your interaction to happen. So for us today, we are accepting, as of 2 weeks ago, registration or names of persons from the communities of New Development and Forbeny area who are interested in joining our composting program to be part of it. So if you're interested in joining the composting program, you are welcome. You are invited to submit your name, contact me directly, or contact the Sufre Foundation to submit your name so that we can get the program started and up and running. What does this program entail? We're looking for 20 households to take part in the pilot project that will be engaging residents in a trash separation program. It's a pilot program. We will be providing bins color-coded as well as garbage bags and a luggage scale to the residents. And we will be doing a training for them in what we want them to place in each of the different bins. So they will be receiving one bin for compostable materials. So what goes in that bin are items that you use at your home that can biodegrade, organic materials. So vegetable skin, vegetable peels from your produce, from your ground provisions, and those sorts of items will be going into that composting bin, that composting bucket. The second bin is for plastics, and that speaks for itself. And the third bin is for glass and cans, tin cans. So like your tuna fish, your corn beef, your sausage tins, those sorts of tins, and any type of glass. The plastic and the glass and cans, we want you to weigh those bags separately, and we'll be giving each participating household a record book for them to take the weights for us. And they will be placing those bags out together with their regular garbage on their regular collection days. The day after your regular collection, we will be passing around to collect the compost buckets. So you will give us your compost bucket and we'll give you a clean one. And then you continue collecting for the rest of the week. Why are we doing this? We want to get Suferians used to the idea of separating trash because there is a larger recycling project that will be coming on stream, and we want Sufre to take part in that recycling project. So to get persons used to separating the trash is going to place us in a better position to take advantage of that program when it does come on stream, that new recycling project. So for the plastics that will be recycled, when that program gets on stream, those households will be taking their plastics to that recycling depot and not giving it up to SADU in the regular garbage stream. The compostable materials, the St. Lucia Solid Waste Management Authority has been saying for years that the landfill is filling up much too quickly than they had planned for. We already know that the landfill in Vieux-Fort is closed, so everything island-wide is going to Deglo, and Deglo is very, very quickly running out of space. They have done several audits, meaning they have classified the garbage that they receive at Deglo, and up to between 60 to 80%, depending on the days, of garbage that they receive is material that can be composted. Composting allows organic matter to be broken down by microorganisms, the bacteria and the fungi in the soil, and turn it into something that we can use. It turns it into compost, and compost is a natural fertilizer. So can you imagine, right here in St. Lucia, we are sending things to the landfill, filling up the landfill, And whereas we can be using 60%, if we go for the lower end, 60% of that garbage and turning that garbage into compost that can be used for fertilizer. Do you know how much we import? How much money we spend in St. Lucia importing fertilizers? And we are just sending things to the landfill to decompose and it can be used. We need to start thinking smarter in this global economy. We really need to start taking stock of how we operate in St. Lucia from the national level down to our household level. We have persons who do backyard gardening and they go out and they buy fertilizer, they buy NPK. Or our farmers who have more commercial scale type farming going on, spending thousands of dollars buying fertilizers. We can be utilizing that money instead of spending it overseas to buy fertilizers. We can be using that money for us to produce compost in St. Lucia and spend that money right here. Let the money circulate in our local economy instead of it leaking out overseas. So for those persons who are interested and who join our program, if you are interested and you would like to join, please contact me at on the show right now if you would like to, 4597-885 or 730-5388, so that we can have a discussion. You can give me your name. I will take your name down right away if you're so inclined to, as well as after the show, you can call my number 519-2425. 519-2425 if you would like your household to join our composting and recycling program. You would be receiving, like I said, training, the bins, garbage bags, as well as a luggage scale for you to take part in our program. So we also have another activity for the Flowing Clean project that has started. So I just got somebody who was trying to call me on my direct line. So I asked them to just give me the name and number. We also have another activity coming on stream where we would like community groups, whether it be church groups, faith-based groups, whether it be sports groups, sports clubs, social groups like Club 60, or if you have just a group of guys who hang out together, a group of girls, a girls group. We want interested individuals to register to be part of our Adopt a River program. What is the Adopt a River program? Adopt a River is where we want suffragans to take ownership of a section of the river where they live or where they work that is closest to them. We want persons to get back into the habit of monitoring our environment for themselves. So what does that mean? When a group will be assigned a section of the river, it will be their responsibility to monitor what is happening to their section of the river. Visual monitoring, monitor what they see, the color of the water, if the water has a smell, if there's any dead fish, dead birds, dead animals being thrown in, any garbage that they can see that was illegally dumped in the area. We want persons to start monitoring what is happening in the river. That's the first level. So if you are living in the area and you don't mind casting an eye and reporting back to us every 2 months on what the status of your river is, or if you're passing by and you happen to see something that's strange in the river, you can join our Adopt a River program, and we will be doing the training for that. There's a simple form to fill in. It will be in hard copy as well as available on an app for persons to fill out. The second level for Adopt a River is where we train persons to collect water samples. And in collecting the water sample, There's a special technique that you need to use. We will have to give those persons going into the river safety gear. So a wader or um, garden boots, rubber boots that you would be protected, as well as gloves. Then you would have the sterile bottles that you will be getting. I will be delivering those sterile bottles every 2 months for the training. And then persons will be responsible for collecting the samples and getting them, keeping them cold in a cooler with ice if necessary. And I will take those samples to a lab in Castries for them to do the analysis. The third level of Adopter River is for those persons who want to be mini scientists, who want to be what we call citizen scientists. Um, in fact, all of it is citizen science in Adopter River. From just visual monitoring, you're conducting science if you're making observations. But if you want to be more technically involved, we'll be training persons at level 3 to utilize a handheld device that measures when you place it in the water in the river or in the spring. It measures the temperature, the salinity. If there's any salt in the water, it tells you what the percentage of salt in the water is, the pH, whether the water is acidic or alkaline, and exactly what value it is, something called conductivity, as well as a few other parameters that this device is going to be measuring. We'll also have them taking some samples and growing bacteria at their homes in a safe manner. You will be trained to do that if you're interested in doing it. And I have the Super Comprehensive School who has already signed up, as well as Super Primary, Special Ed, Bouton is interested, as well as Lesita. And I have to find out where I can get Foster Jacques Primary School to monitor for the students there to be part of it, because the river by the Foster Jacques Primary School is down a very steep hill, so it's not a suitable area to send the children. So maybe they might be able to do that in that area. But we have to work that out with the principal and the teachers there. So for us, we are inviting groups who are interested. And I'm calling on the sports clubs. I'm calling on the church groups from all denominations, SDA, Pentecostal, Evangelical, Catholic, Baptist, Jehovah's Witnesses, Church of God, the Gospel Hall. I'm calling on all the religious denominations in Soufrière. If you have any groups who are interested in conducting or becoming our Adopter River program volunteers, for you to sign up with us. And I want to get this program started in September, which is next week. So starting with the schools first next week, I will be doing the presentations for the charter and the project to get the clubs going again. And in the meantime, we'll be taking registration for the Adopter River program. The training will happen at the end of September. We have another project that Caribbean Sea is integrally involved in. A number of years ago, we took part in the IW Eco Project, and the focal area for that in St. Lucia was the Soufrière watershed. IW Eco was a regional project run by United Nations Environment Program, and it was in several countries, and St. Lucia was lucky to be one of those participating countries. A lot of work was done in the Foster Jacques area, where farmers were given tree crops for them to plant on the perimeter of their farms to create a wind barrier to reduce soil erosion as well. Take my water for me, please. And we also had several other initiatives, but our role in that IW Eco project was to promote the use on the national level of citizen science, getting citizens involved, getting ordinary St. Lucians, ordinary Trinidadians and Kititians and Vincies and Grenadians, all the participating countries, getting them involved in the projects at a national level and assisting in monitoring what was happening in their countries, in their communities. And we did a little bit of it in Soufrière as well. So we trained a few persons in Soufrière in monitoring water quality and the river for Soufrière. So what we designed for the Adopter River program was a monitoring sheet that enables regular citizens, persons who are on the ground, who live by the river, who see the river almost every day of their lives, to be able to assess the river and provide that information to the forestry department. Forestry department is supposed to be assessing the rivers, conducting the river assessments for the major rivers in St. Lucia once every year. And it has not happened in a very long time for some rivers. So we want to get that back up and running in Soufrière. And through this Adopt a River program, we're doing exactly that. From the IW Eco project, there is now what is called an integrated land management, an ILM project that is happening that we are part of. And under the ILM project, there are two main components that Caribbean Sea/Waterways is involved in, and those are installing 5 new biogas digesters for pig farmers. We had installed on the previous Jeff project 3 biogas digesters for pig farmers in the Soufrière region. One in Fort Saint-Jacques, that's by Bigger, one in Zeno by Mrs. Antoine, and one in Belfort by Mr. Mitchell. We are going to be installing 5 new biogas digesters because as persons are fully aware in Soufrière, we have several pig farmers in Soufrière operating very close to the Soufrière River. And unfortunately, a lot of them dispose of the pig waste directly into the river. And if we are doing a project to clean up the Soufrière River, we are tackling all the waste streams in the river, and that includes the pig waste. So we will be under the ILM project, which is complementing our Flowing Clean project, in constructing 5 new biogas digesters for pig farmers, 5 pig farmers. Those pig farmers will be receiving the digesters. They have some part to play for themselves. We'll not do it just giving you a digester. The digester, the materials will be paid for by the project, but the pig farmer must have a stake in it as well too. So they will be responsible for building the base of the digester, and then we will come in to install the digester and set up everything for them. So all the plumbing supplies, the tanks, those things, the project will be contributing, but the base, the farmer has to construct the base to show their, basically put their money where the intent is. And we will be working with them, training pig farmers in managing, in maintaining their biogas digesters. For us as well too, we want all those persons who have pig farms to operate their pig farms in a manner that is going to be cost effective for them and beneficial to them, as well as to the community around them. So for persons who live around Bigger, I have been told by several of the neighbors that they do not, or they hardly ever take any smell of pig waste anymore, when before that was a constant complaint that Environmental Health Department received about the smell of the pig waste in that area. But now that the pig waste is being shoveled into the digester and the pig waste is being used to make compost, as well as the liquid from the digester is being sold as a liquid fertilizer, and it is in very high demand. We have successfully been able to correct the issue of pig waste entering the river for those farmers, and they are benefiting from the products of the digester. So the digester, the biogas digester, gives you 3 products when you go through the process. The first one is the solid waste that remains in the separation chamber for the digester is dried and can be applied as a natural fertilizer, dried fertilizer. The liquid coming from the digester tanks, again, can be filtered and added to your sprayers and applied as a fertilizer again. And the gas that is produced, the pig farmer will be able to use the gas for cooking the pig food, etc. Or if you have your pig farm close enough to your home, you can actually use the gas for cooking. We have several, well, not several, we have a handful of pig farmers around St. Lucia who have been able to do that successfully for a number of years. There's a lady by the name of Mrs. Lafay at Montet in Choiseul. She actually uses the gas, and she's been doing that for over 10 years now, cooking off of the gas produced from her pigs, and she has not had to buy a tank of gas since. There's another gentleman I know who used to have pigs in the Bois d'Orange area, and he got his digester in the 1980s. And when I started working at SMME in 2007, I think in 2010 is when he stopped utilizing. He got too old for him to maintain his pigs. His children were out, so he stopped his pig production, and that is when he had to start buying a tank of gas for the first time. So from 1980 to about 2010, that's a lot of years to not have to buy a tank of gas for cooking at your home. So we want to encourage the pig farmers who are interested in working with us under this new ILM project to again contact me. You can call while I'm on the air for 597-885, or you can call me direct 519-2425 to indicate your willingness to work with us and to get a biogas digester installed on your farm so that we can eliminate the incidence of dumping of pig waste directly into the river. Other farmers who would not be, because we only have 5, and I think we have over 15 pig farmers operating in the Soufrière watershed. So the first 5, first come, first serve, will be getting the digester installed for them. However, the other persons will be trained, and it will be up to them. But those digesters are low cost. They do not cost that much. That's one of the best factors about the digester design that we have. Whereas some persons in the past would take to building a concrete tank, like a septic tank for the pig waste, and that costs a few $1,000s. Our biogas digesters don't cost much. In fact, it costs about $800 in total to build a biogas digester. So we would be willing to work with any of the pig farmers who are interested. If you know anybody who has a pig farm, who lives around you, a relative of yours, let them know. And as soon as this is going to happen, of course, the veterinary department will be informing all those pig farmers in the watershed as well for the dates of the training and for when we're accepting the names, if we're still accepting names for those pig farmers. So I already have 2 persons who have already signed up. So I want to invite those who have pig pens and who are interested to please contact me. You can also contact the foundation and give your name there so that they can contact me if you are not able to get me. I have run through all my talking points for today, and since we did not receive any direct calls online, I could not connect my phone to the switchboard here. It is now 11 o'clock, DJ Ulan. We have come to the end of today's show. I want to thank all those who tuned in for listening and to remind everybody to please keep our environment clean. Please keep the river clean. And I am signing out. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the week.